Hi, so we're gonna make some eggplant parmesan. I already made, cut the eggplant up yesterday and salted it. So this is Chinese eggplant cut into like thirds or half. And I put some salt on it because salt is going to draw the moisture out of the eggplant, which can be a little bitter. But I'm just going to rinse it off because it still has salt on it. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, we just draw the water out of the eggplant. Why are we now washing it and getting it all wet? Well, you have to dry it again, so you'll get good coverage. Like this. And we've got some paper towels, the ever-present paper towels, and you can just literally squeeze the water out of them. That's what they look like. I'm gonna do these. Like this. Squeeze it out. Squeeze it out. Yeah. Squeeze it out. So eggplant parmesan is basically breaded eggplant. So how you do breading is very simple, and it's a common thing to do. So if you are a tofu eater, this is another technique that you can use for making tofu or any number of other things. We're gonna turn the oven on. I'm just doing 350, probably 4 would work too. These are the cookie sheets I happen to have. I'm a fan of the spray. I think we only need one spray. Let's see. Although my friend Colin says that this is caused by the spray, and if you overspray, he has a problem with that. So what we need are 2 bowls. One for the egg wash. I'm gonna put it this way. And one for breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. And eggs. So the theory is you have your food, which is hopefully on the dry side, and then you have a wet thing and then a dry thing. So you get this coats the food, and then you put it in that, and then that sticks to that. That's how it works. Eating the egg. I think we're gonna need 2 eggs. I always season everything, just a little bit, a little salt, a little pepper. We don't want very much salt because there's already salt on the eggplant. Just eat it till it comes together and it's not 2 separate things. Which takes about 80 strokes. This is a good workout for your arm. Work out! Work out, do the other side. This side is good, but you gotta work that other side too. Alright, there we go. Okay, so this whole technique is breading things without getting your hands all dirty. So you use one hand to bread, and the other hand you use the fork. So you keep one hand clean, one hand dirty, right? And of course we washed our hands. So we got egg wash. We put it in our, these are seasoned breadcrumbs. Italian breadcrumbs. That's it, look at that. Super easy. You didn't know, did you? See what happens to your fingers? And we're just gonna lay these out. This would work with the American eggplant as well. You would probably cut it into rounds and salt. Definitely want to salt it. If you're starting from scratch, you're going to want to salt it for at least an hour. So you put salt on it in a drain and leave it in the sink to drain for an hour. You can skip that step, but if you don't like the taste of bitter eggplant, you're going to be disappointed. And then you're just going to have to eat it because you made it. One of the best things about cooking is that whatever you do, whether you failed or succeeded, you have something to eat. Hopefully it's edible. If it's not edible, you throw it away and you feel bad, you wasted some food. But you learned something. So even if you wasted the food, you still learned something, so it wasn't a waste. Whereas if you go out to eat or you buy something already prepared, you didn't learn anything. So you didn't really gain anything. And as we know, there are hidden things in food that other people prepare for you because they don't really care about you. They don't care about your health. They don't really care about whether you're doing well, but they do care about making money. So they know what you like and they give it to you, which is a lot of fat, salt, and sugar. So when we make it ourselves, we are avoiding those things. I mean, fat not so much. We just don't want to eat a lot of it because it's very high calorie, and you don't really need that much fat in your diet. Same thing with meat. You don't really need that much meat, or even protein. You don't need that much. You do need it, but you don't need as much as we have come to believe we need and eat. So yeah, we're only going to need one. And it really shrinks down a lot because of the water. It's interesting, vegetables have an enormous amount of water in them, and you think when you buy them and you cut the vegetable and you get a lot less after you cook it, you think to yourself, wow, I didn't get that much. But what you're really getting with the water is a food that is not calorie dense. Calorie dense means like if you go and you have Alfredo, or if you have fried chicken or something, it's very, very high in calories, and you don't have to eat that much before you get up into the calories start adding up. So the more water food has, and vegetables are perfect for that, they have a lot of water, you end up not eating as many calories. You still eat the volume of food that makes it feel like you've eaten a lot. But eat whatever you want. Just make sure that it tastes good, that it's good for you, and you'll be fine. One more. These are my little piles of ickiness. See? So this eggplant is going to be with just mozzarella. We're just going to make a little something out of it. Put it in the oven for 350 until it's done. So the eggplant's cooking. We're just going to shred some cheese. It's a lot of fun. Usually I have someone else do this. It's like, this is for the sous chef, not the chef. No, of course I do it myself. So you can buy those shredded cheese, and they're fine. They do have an added ingredient called cellulose, which isn't food. I don't know what it is. It's not food. So I just have an issue with that. Plus, if you look at usually by the ounce, it's usually a little bit more expensive. But you just get so much better quality if you shred the cheese yourself. And it lasts a little bit longer.
So you'd say when you cut the cheese, it lasts a long time?
Yes, if you cut the cheese, everybody leaves the room.
sauce.
We made some tomato sauce another day, and I labeled it tomato sauce because I found when you label the little containers of leftovers that you have in your refrigerator, they're somehow more appealing and then you eat them. It's a miracle. It works. So you're like, ooh, that's salad. Because what happens, you put it in there, you don't put a label on it, you know, a couple days go by, you don't remember what that was. So you can't remember. Do you like that? I don't know. I don't know if we need all this. So I'm going to do like half. Let's see. All right, let's see how the eggplants are. I like to live dangerously. Because no edgy. That's done. We're just gonna flip them over. Dip it in. You can use tongs, but if you cook, you develop asbestos fingers. We're gonna put this back in for the other side, because remember we're still gonna cook them again when we put them in the casserole. So let's make sure nothing sticks. This is butter flavored spray. If you don't have that, you can just pour some oil in there and use a paper towel and swap it around. That works very well as well. Or if you don't like butter spray. So we're just waiting for the eggplant to finish, and then we're going to put them, layer them with some tomato sauce and some cheese. Yes, I have the absolute smallest pie holder. This is the only clean one I have. That's why you're seeing that.
Motherfucker!
We lost that one. Who knew? Okay, so right, we gotta put sauce first. Okay. Oh, poor thing. We'll put it there. We'll think about whether it's done bad. So one of the things that happens when you cook a lot is you use a lot of dishes. And you don't really notice this if you're a person who goes out to eat all the time and then suddenly you start cooking, you're like, where's all these dishes coming from? That's because you're making the food yourself, you can create a lot of dishes. So you just need to get over that. Get over it. You're gonna have to wash your dishes. I'm sorry. Better than putting all that packaging. You know what I do have? I have mushrooms.
What?
Yes. These are mushrooms that I made when they were on sale. And they're frozen. So I'm just gonna throw them in the microwave. These are the eggs from earlier. You gotta cook those and eat them so they don't go back. I'm gonna use these mushrooms. Here we go. So here we're going to just put these eggplants in here like this. So at this point, you could put them in a sandwich just like this. Heat your tomato sauce and put tomato sauce on it. Toast your bread, and now you have an eggplant parmesan sandwich. See, I don't think we're gonna have enough to fill this whole casserole dish. Oh no! What are we going to do?
Such great sadness.
Have a smaller casserole dish.
If you used American eggplant, that wouldn't have happened.
That's true. Those things are big. All right, we're gonna spread them out. Make it look like more.
And don't forget the piece you dropped on the floor.
No, I don't think that's gonna go in this. I think it's gone now. Okay. For still frozen mushrooms, but this is going in the oven. So They do have some frostbite on them. Frost, frost. I'm sure Alton Brown would be able to tell us why they got frostbited. And there would probably be something having to do with styrofoam balls and something, maybe some sock puppets. And he would tell us why. We need to get some experts on this show. Okay. So there we go. This is a homemade sauce with like a can of whole tomatoes. It has carrots, onions, and celery, which, as you know, I've told you many times, is called a mirepoix. Mirepoix, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing incorrectly because I'm not French. I can't speak that language. But basically, it's also called the Holy Trinity. It's a way to add flavor and depth of flavor to almost anything. And personally, I love it because it's a great food stretcher. Because carrots, celery, and onion are not expensive. Not that expensive. And it makes your food delicious too. Need a little more cheese. So I'm gonna grate some more cheese. Oh, this is brewer's yeast. We're gonna use some brewer's yeast because it has a very nutty, cheesy sort of flavor, and it is a great source of protein, but also a lot of minerals and other nutritional items that you need. And since I'm a vegetarian or a pescatarian, I need to get protein from other sources. And it tastes good too. We're gonna end up with a lot of cheese. I think it'll be delicious. Okay, so then we're just gonna put it back in the oven until the cheese melts, and then it's done. So here it is. Now it's cooled down, and we're just gonna cut it. If you bake it too long, it gets like a sheet on top. Although I have to say, I really like cheese when it's like almost like black, almost burnt all the way. But this is pretty good. I like this too. So we're just making sure that we can get the spatula in there. We'll serve the corner piece like that. All right, let's see how it is.
Yeah? Hot. The shit's on fire, yo.
It's very hot. It's good. Very cheesy. And there you have it.